to the Sleep Clinic. I'm Dr. Slumberland, and I will be doing your checkup today. How are you doing? Good. So let me just pull up my notes that they left me for our session. So it looks like this is your first appointment. Ah, yes, here we go. Alrighty. Would you like a pen that looks like a pill? Here, you can have this one. There we go. Okay, so why don't we just start with some general questions? Can you let me know any health issues or complaints that maybe you came to the clinic for today? Okay, insomnia, that's a common one we see here. Okay. Yes. Those are all quite common. So let me just start by giving a little listen to your heart here. Always get my hair hooked on that. Alrighty. So I'm just going to take a little listen, and I just want you to take some nice deep breaths for me, okay? Okay. Okay, deep breath in. Okay, another one. Okay, and then just sitting real quiet and still here. I'm gonna listen to your heart. Okay. Yes, everything's sounding very, very good. Alrighty. Alright, so I want to listen to you breathe a little bit more. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Lungs are clear. Heart rate. Okay. So you have a very healthy sounding breathing. Heartbeat is very healthy. It's pretty typical when people come into the doctor's office. It actually will increase their blood pressure a little bit, maybe even increase the heart rate. So I'll probably check this again after you've had an opportunity to maybe relax a little bit and find yourself a bit more comfortable. Alright, so we're going to do some follow the light. Are you familiar with this? Okay. So I'm going to just shine the light in your eyes, and I want you to try to hold your head still, okay, and just let your eyes follow the light, okay? So essentially what we're looking for here is just how well your eyes can adjust to the moving light. Just looking to see if we have any delay. Sometimes you can I see people struggling with this a little bit. Do you have prescription eyesight, glasses, contacts, anything like that? Okay, good. Healthy eyes. That's a good question. You know, there's definitely a psychosomatic component that can occur where we can kind of make ourselves think that we're experiencing a certain symptom, even if we're not. So there's a certain percentage of symptoms or just health complaints that we might have that we actually created just out of our fear of having those symptoms. So a lot of times it's important to just kind of wait until you can see your doctor or get a certain test, because we can kind of psych ourselves out about certain things and almost even make ourselves sick. So we'll go through each of these symptoms that you brought here today, but I just want you to kind of know that none of these symptoms on their own mean that you're sick or mean that you have an illness. And as we go through our session today, we'll be able to really see which of these symptoms are stemming from an illness or dysfunction, and maybe how many of these symptoms are just something that we've even created through our fear of having certain symptoms. Okay, and then just following my finger. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So you have no prescription, you said, right? For eyewear. And then do you suffer like tension headaches? Sometimes if we're squinting too much, we kind of just feel this pain in the forehead. Okay, so how many times a month would you say you have a headache like that? Okay. You know, realistically, they tell us that we should not have headaches any more than 1 to 2 times per month. Although, in this day and age, I think that it's pretty common for people to have more frequent headaches. But you're still on the low end, so I don't think there's any immediate concern we need to worry about. But we can always check in a little bit and maybe see if we can figure out what's at the root of those headaches you're experiencing. Alrighty. So now I want to take a closer look at your eyes and at your nose. And I'm going to put on a mask here. Okay. I always put them on upside down. Alrighty, so let's see here. Okay. Yes. Okay, and look up to the left here. Your right, my left. Okay. Okay. And looking up this direction. Alrighty. Very good. Excellent. Alrighty. Have any breathing issues? Shortness of breath? Anything like that I should know about? Okay. And then look up into this corner again for me. Okay. So a little bit of redness in the bottom corner. But if you're not experiencing any pain or difficulty breathing, difficulty seeing, it may just be a little irritation of the eye. It does not look to be a chronic or acute issue, and just a little bit of excess blood flow into that one eye. Let me just make a note of that here. Redness, not acute. Okay, excellent. And then I have to ask, since you're at the sleep clinic, but how are you sleeping? Okay. Do you find you can usually sleep through the night once you're finally able to fall asleep? Okay. So difficulty falling asleep, difficulty staying asleep. Okay. And how long would you say that's been going on for you? Okay. Was there any type of event that happened in your life around that time? Yeah, college will do it. To say, by the time I got out of med school, I felt the most sleep deprived I've ever felt in my life. Even more so than actually being a doctor, interestingly enough. Okay. So I want to take another listen to your heart now that you've had a chance to relax a little bit. And let's see if your heart rate has decreased just a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. So you've dropped a couple BPM since you came in. And if as expected, like I was saying earlier, it's very normal. People are nervous coming to the doctor. I don't know why. I try to be so nice. Okay, so let me go back to this previous page. Heart rate. Let's just put in this new heart rate. Okay. Wonderful. want to do a little bit of work with your hearing. Alright, so some little tuning forks here. Alright, so basically we'll just move through a couple of these, and I just want you to listen, and then I will ask some questions after each tone, okay? Okay. So any discomfort in hearing that tone? Okay. Would you say it was a pleasant tone? Okay. Let's try one that's a bit deeper here. Okay. That was 320 hertz. And any discomfort in hearing that tone? More pleasurable than the last one, okay? Alrighty. So now we'll go the opposite direction. We'll do, this one is 480. Yes, that is the most high-pitched one that I have here. Let's do one more time. Okay, the least pleasant. You know, everyone's different. Some people prefer the higher pitch tones. And then move to the other end of the spectrum. Okay, so now we'll move to the other end of the spectrum. Here is our lowest tone at 288 hertz, okay? Definitely your favorite. Okay. Alright, 288 takes the cake. And in general, do you feel that your hearing is pretty good? Do you ever find it difficult to hear when someone's speaking to you or anything like that? Okay. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. So I think that you are getting a clean bill of health today based on some of the other vitals they provided me earlier and this just kind of general session that we've done. I don't see any major issues or health concerns that we need to worry about here. And I know you had mentioned some symptoms that you're feeling. So when you're thinking about, sore throat or dry throat, is that something that's been going on for a long time? Or is it more acute, as in it's just been a short period of time? Okay. And, so that's what we would call something is a bit more chronic. It's ongoing. If you're having an ongoing throat irritation, I would recommend maybe considering any kind of herbal teas or just warm tea. Even warm soup can be very nice to kind of soothe some of the inflammation of the throat. But in general, you probably are not experiencing a specific illness as much as you just kind of, you were saying that you talk a lot, sometimes you have to speak in a loud voice for your job. That will definitely contribute to just kind of a chronic sore throat. But consider maybe even like an elderberry syrup can be a very nice thing that's very lubricating for the throat. But again, herbal tea would be something I would highly recommend for you. And just remember that when we are feeling really stressed, that stress can make us sick on its own. So a lot of times, just the stress of worrying about if there's something wrong with us or if we're sick can actually kind of make ourselves sick just from all that stress and worry. So try not to worry about it. And just pay attention to those symptoms. And if they seem to get significantly worse over a short period of time, like you wake up one day and now it's significantly more painful than it's been previously, then you might want to consider having that looked into. So much of the time we can radically improve our health just by reducing our stress and trying to make more time for sleep. So in our next session, I want to approach your sleeping issues a little bit more directly. And so for these period of time between our next session, I'm going to send you home with a little questionnaire, just things to think about, and then we'll talk about those things when you come in. So it's things like, are there specific thoughts or worries that keep you awake at night? Is there a certain time of night that you're always waking up? For instance, some people will always wake up right at 4 in the morning. And those types of things can end up being little indications to us of what might actually be going on. And basically just nailing down whether this is a just kind of general stress-induced insomnia, or if maybe there's something a little deeper at the root of this issue that hopefully we can resolve in our sessions. Thank you so much for coming in today for your appointment. I hope you are feeling better and you can make your next appointment with the receptionist up front. I will see you again very, very soon. You have a great rest of your day. If you enjoy our ASMR massage and back tickling videos, I hope you'll take a moment to join me on psychetruthpatrons.com, where you will find dozens of videos that we've either had to remove from YouTube or that we'll never post on YouTube. And of course, there's plenty of bloopers and behind the scenes as well, so you can see everything that goes into our video creation process. YouTube has made it excessively difficult for us to survive on our YouTube channel alone, so we are eternally grateful for our Patreon supporters who allow us to keep doing what we love and producing these videos for you.